from my drink.
Ooh, I can hear them cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure. I got you. You're going live. We're live.
Word.
All right. We gotta make sure our live feed is working.
This is live on YouTube.
Yeah, but our live feed on our website.
Okay.
Says live stream offline. Okay, I gotta go and fix this.
Hi, YouTube. Sorry, YouTube.
We'll get started shortly.
We'll get started shortly, YouTube. Well, we're doing that. You can watch me pick my nose.
Don't do that.
I'm just kidding. You can hear me bitch about how cold it is out here. I'm freezing.
I don't know why this thing ain't working. Hope I don't have to do this every episode.
That would suck. Here we can at least play a little music
I know,
while we're
right?
waiting on it. What do you want to listen to?
No, we're done. I've got it. Let me see.
Oh, it's working now?
Okay. Waiting for it to publish. Everybody's probably. We do not have the rights to this copyrighted music.
At all. Does that work? Beat the shit out of it. That's a hey, it helps me all the time. If something's not working, just
Okay, it's
fucking
on.
throw it through the wall. All right. I'll stop my music now.
All right, so we're here. Super Stogie
Finally.
Brothers.
What's up, guys? So, how are y'all? Welcome to the show. To the show.
Now I gotta make
So,
sure it's only showing you, bro.
damn, they're unlucky as hell. Please be patient with us while we navigate through these
Oh, it's only
technical.
gonna it's gonna flip back and forth to whoever's talking.
Oh, okay. So
There
talk.
we go. There we go. Okay, let's go.
Good afternoon.
our,
Introductions.
our introductions.
You.
Welcome to Super Stogie Brothers. We're here with Nick and Christian. This is our first episode. Welcome on board, Mr. Hardash.
Thanks, brother. So we promise you we will get better.
Oh yeah,
We are
it'll
working.
smooth out.
Yeah, we're managing this one. So it's our first run on the live feed for the website. So we had some issues there, and I apologize if I'm loud as fuck. But my headphones have a microphone, and my microphone has a microphone.
So right now his microphone is only there for props.
No, it's plugged up, so it's still working. But
All
yeah, we
right.
are Super Stogie Brothers. So we'll do some introductions. Christian, you want to start? Would you
My name's
introduce yourself?
my name's Christian Cisneros. I am the owner and president of El Leon Cigar Company. We're a small batch cigar company, accessories company, and mobile cigar lounge out of Central Texas. We'll have small batch cigars that'll be released later on this year. We'll have our cigar bus that'll be going around and doing events in Central Texas, as long as with, along with some cigar rolling. And then if you've been on in our community, you've probably gone to my website and seen a lot of our accessories, engraved stuff, and cool things like that. But that's basically who we are, and we just partnered up with Hard Ash and trying to make this podcast.
Yeah. So my name is Nick Twain from North Alabama. I am the president, I guess, if there is such thing as a president of Hard Ash Cigar Society. We get a lot of questions a lot of times about memberships and stuff like that. We are not a club. We are a society. There is no membership. There is no fees. There is no nothing. We do sell shit, patches, stickers, hats, etc. Expanding that line of swag. But there is no membership. There is no membership fees. You are a hard ash when you say you are a hard ash. So we are located in North Alabama. I can't remember if I've said that or not. But yeah. Uh, so, Christian, when did you start smoking cigars? What got you into the cigar world?
Um, so I started smoking cigars probably in my 20s, my early 20s. Um, I guess it was a gateway other than when I wasn't smoking weed. But but no, it was just kind of when bunch of guys got together, we smoke cigars, kind of just talk shit, drink beer, things like that. Um, through college and stuff, I would rarely, every once in a while. It wasn't like an ongoing thing. And then probably about 6 or 7 years ago, my dad really wanted to get into into cigars and started smoking cigars. And I had been smoking, just on and off here and there, and so that was just kind of like a thing that kind of both of us were able to talk about and kind of do together and have that kind of camaraderie. And then kind of I dove into the idea of like, you know putting something together. But my dad had a group of friends that they would smoke cigars with, and he wanted to make a little club for them. So he came up with he was like, well, they'll do El Leon or whatever. So I, being a graphic designer, I kind of went and designed him a little logo for it. And I was like, here, your little club logo for your little group of friends or whatever. And then it kind of just snowballed into like, he retired, wanted to do something. He'd been a salesman all his life or whatever and done jobs that he just really didn't enjoy. So I wanted to make something for him that he could do as a job, but also something he enjoyed doing. So putting together like a little cigar lounge would be awesome. So we started toying around with the idea and was like, let's just take the name and we'll just transition it into this like cigar lounge. I'll invest into it and, kind of build it up with you and kind of give you something to do in your retirement that you enjoy doing. And then from there, just kind of, I got onto social media to start kind of marketing it and kind of pushing it. And just one thing led to another. And I went from being a cigar lounge to a mobile cigar lounge to small batch cigar company when I got connected with a friend in Dominican Republic and found a factory. And just kind of the accessories, just to kind of wait until we got our license. We kind of do an accessories and kind of, I didn't want to just be on the internet kind of pushing our brand, but not have anything to sell or not have anything to really for people to compare to the brand or can have that connection to it. So I started doing like small accessories and stuff. I had a laser engraver here at home, so I started engraving stuff and putting it out there, and that's kind of how it everything kind of just tied together and kind of moved forward, and it got bigger than it actually we had thought. So I kind of jumped in and kind of took control of like the kind of day-to-day operations and the business side of it, so my dad can just be the smoking cigars partner.
Cool. That's like my ideal gig. I just want to be. You know, I used to watch the Tom Green show. What was that dude's name that just sat in the back and laughed and he like drank? He had a coffee cup, but you knew it was full of fucking bourbon or whatever. He just sat
Yeah,
back there and drank and laughed. That's my dream job.
yeah,
I
that's
don't
literally.
drink. I don't drink anymore. But I want to be the jackass like sitting in the back corner. All I do is smoke cigars and laugh at shitty jokes. Like that's my job. That's
Yeah,
what I
we
want to
literally
do.
sit here and I'll get on the internet and I'm doing all the marketing things or like selling products and putting the packages together. And then my uncle kind of helps me do the shipping and putting stuff packages together. And then my dad will sit in my little lounge and just kind of smoke a cigar and watch us and tell us what we're doing wrong.
Exacta fucking mundo. That is the ideal dream job.
So,
All right. Well, what? Tell us about this cigar we're smoking tonight. Let's know a
okay,
little
so
about it.
we're gonna
It's
jump right
yours.
into that. You don't want to talk about how you got into smoking
We
cigars
will.
and
We
okay,
will. But I've been waiting on this cigar for about an hour and a
this
half. It's
okay,
gonna take a while to smoke this, so we'll have
yeah,
plenty of time to hear about me.
okay. So ideally, my two of my top cigars for this last year were the Deliverance porcelain, and which is by Black Label, and the Serpent and Rainbow um, by Blackworks Studio, which is also owned by Black Label. Um, this is basically kind of, if you're a follower of Black Label Trading Company, you know a lot of their stuff is really darker, Maduro,
Talk to me.
spicy, earthy, things like
Oh,
that. So
talk to me.
this is kind of like a kind of an off of that. It's kind of off of what they're usually put out. So this is the Lancero version. It also comes in a Corona. Um, and I'm gonna pull this up real quick and kind of give you a little back. Um, it's the new. It came out in 2018, I think was the first year, or 19. It's a limited release. It's a Sumatra wrapper and a pigtail cap. It's got Nicaraguan Habano binder, and it's got a Nicaraguan and a Dominican filler, right? And so this is kind of the you know the owner of Black Labels, James Brown. He said SNR is an elegant smoke with complex flavors and a rich, refining finish. The cigar represents a lot of first for us. It is the first Black Works cigar to use Dominican tobacco, the first to be a softer medium profile, and the first production cigar we have made with a Sumatra wrapper. He finds the results to be a perfect combination. So,
I'll have to
um,
say the pigtail on this thing is fucking ridiculous. Like, I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this, but that little turd, like, it wraps. It's not like one twist, two twists. Like, it is twisted. So, Black
and
Label
that's
Trading Company is an amazing cigar company. I love their cigars because what you were talking about, their typical cigar, that's my shit. I
yeah,
love spicy Maduros with a bite that have like heavy, heavy flavor. But if you follow my page, you know, I also love Lanceros. So I'm expecting a lot. I've never smoked this cigar. This will be a first for me.
so this is a limited run. So this pretty much everywhere you go, this is going to be sold out. You're not going to really find it for this year. You're going to have to wait till next year for the next release of it. If anybody out there has a 2019 of this, I will do cigar trades. I will work with you on anything. I want a 2019 version of this cigar.
He will
So
do unspeakable things.
unspeakable things. But DM me on the Instagram, and I will definitely work out a deal with you. But
Will you
this is
turn
like,
around? Will you turn around and look at me mean like a dragon?
if I've got to, a lemur.
Yeah,
But
I
this is
like it.
like probably my top favorite cigar, and I gotta give my brother-in-law Rob out there a big high five for this because he's the one that got this to me. And as soon as he gave it to me, I smoked it. I was like, "Man, this is a great cigar." He's like, "Yeah, it's a limited release." I was like, "Thanks a lot, jackass." you know. So
Yeah.
now I like scouring the earth trying to find them, and then luckily, I found a box and I picked up a box of Lanceros. I picked up probably some leftovers. I've got like 4 or 5 of the Coronas left over, but I mean, I've never found another one that's been different. Every single one of them has consistently been this pigtail, the consistency, the quality, a great wrapper, it's well done, and
Mm,
then the band, it's got the typical SNR,
it's dope.
and you got the cool, this very cool artwork that they use for this year's. It's kind of a good graffiti look with that serpent, and the transitions to the cool box,
Oh,
you
that is
know.
cool.
And so, like, the box alone is a collector's thing, and it's definitely
Yeah.
gonna go up on my wall. But this is a Corona box, and I have the Lancero, but it was full. I didn't want to pull them all off. But it's screen printed. It's a great quality box, totally worth it. You're looking at average between 950 to $13 per cigar, depending on where you go and get it. And
Bougie stick. This is a bougie stick. So one thing you're going to realize about us at the Super Stogie Brothers, we are not professional cigar reviewers.
no,
You're not going to catch shit on here. Like, we're not going to smoke cigars and be like, oh, I love the taste of rosemary that's in the cigar. I can really taste the earthy tones. And I think there's a slight rainfall in the middle of summer. That shit ain't happening here.
no,
If it's a good cigar, what do we say?
it's a good cigar.
If it's not a good cigar, what do we say?
It's a shit stick.
It's a fucking shit stick. That's about right. This is like, we smoked some before, me and Christian just zooming, like herfing together. And it'd be like, I would rather roll up a fucking Labrador turd and smoke it than relight this fucking cigar. And that's
Yeah,
what you're going to get here. Like,
yeah.
we're
We're gonna
just
give you tried
normal.
and true, tried
Yeah,
and
it's
true
just,
ants.
it's not nothing. If you're a cigar maker, James Brown, Black Label Trading Company, like, if this cigar sucks to me, I'm going to let you know it sucks. I don't think it's going to happen, but if it does, I'll just tell you, there's a lot of shit that is not my flavor. I'm not going to down a cigar because it's not spicy, because it's not a Maduro. I smoked a lot of good cigars that have a lot of good flavors, have a lot of good taste, but just not enough that I'm going to go out and purchase a bunch of them. I will repurchase a Connecticut or, something like that, but I'm not going to buy a box. I'm not going to stock them. You're not going to see me smoking a lot of those.
Yeah,
It's just not my flavor.
I think the cool thing about this podcast is that me and Nick have we're on both ends of the spectrum as far as cigars. He likes the Maduro, he likes spicy, and he likes the earthy flavors. That's not what I like. I am a
Mm-hmm.
Connecticut guy. I like to mild to medium cigars. Um, you know, and so I can guarantee you the cigars that we smoke, unless it's kind of middle ground, we're both probably not gonna. One of us is not gonna like the cigar,
It's
and
not that it's going to be a bad cigar. It's just
yeah,
not going
correct.
to
It's
be
just not gonna be
to
on our
our
palate.
flavor.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's kind of take it for a grain of salt. Don't take our words for it.
Yeah,
If you're like on Nick's side and you like that kind of thing, then you follow what he likes. If you're more of a mild to medium guy, then you kind of follow what I like. Then you can go out and you can use our opinions on that. But ultimately, we're just going to tell you what we like and what we don't like. You know, uh, you know, Black Label Trading
yeah.
Company, James Brown. I guarantee you, I love this cigar. So
Hey,
you don't have to worry about that. But if Nick doesn't like it, please don't use that against us, because we still would love
yeah.
to come to Nicaragua and come to your house and come to
Come
your
to your
farm.
come to your fat ass pad that I love. If you don't follow Black Label Trading Company on Instagram, you are missing out. This motherfucker's house is off the chain ridiculous. And dude, your shoe collection, like, the sickest pictures I've seen. I'm a sneakerhead. Like, love me some Jordans, love me some badass kicks, and this dude has like the dopest shoe selection ever. Like, I loved it. I'm flipping through. I'm like, fuck, I gotta get those shoes, man. That shit was good. And he'll
You're there
sit
for
out
the
there.
shoes, not the cigars, huh?
Yeah, like sometimes I'm there for both. And then he has pictures where he's posting a picture on his porch with like a fucking infinity pool off here. And then my favorite dog is a Great Dane. And he's got this big ass Great Dane in the background. I'm like, dude, like, you know, I would, there's a lot of things that I won't say on here that I would probably do to come hang out at your house. Like it's unspeakable shit, but that's what it would do. So, let's talk
So
about
let's
the construction and let's
yeah.
fire this bad boy
You
up. It
you
is
talk about the construction. I talked about the
it is
Subaru.
really well constructed. Not too dense when I'm squeezing on it, and it's cold as fuck here. Like I'm freezing my ass off. So it's a really smooth wrapper. Really, really nice. A little a little oily, I guess, not really like super greasy, but it is a little oily. Which I like that. That's good. So, and the pigtail is ridiculous. Like I'm gonna feel bad cutting this cigar. So I don't know. Any notes you would like to add to that, or you want to get in on this thing and let's fire it up?
What do you smell? Hints of cigar tobacco.
I smell a really strong tobacco smell. So fucking let's do this.
Let's smoke. What cut are you using?
I have a Kalibi deep V cut that I'm using on this. I deep V cut all kinds of shit. Like
I
people are
saw
like,
that
oh,
the other day.
I don't ever deep V cut a Lancero. Well, go fuck yourself. You're not me. I'm not smoking your cigar, and you're not smoking my cigar. So I don't give a fuck what you do with your shit. So stay off my nuts and how I want to cut my cigar. I like the draw a deep V cut gets. So that's what I do. Fuck you.
So I V cut it as well, but that's my
How
cut.
about that? How about
That's
them
my
apples?
so that's my favorite cut on anything, on any kind of
Yeah,
size
I
of
do.
cigar. I V cut it on everything.
I do too. I do too. So what are we getting on this? Really nice.
Yeah, I like it.
That's
I
good.
mean, it's got
Now watch.
like a fresh intake tone. It's just like
Yeah,
nothing. I'm
it
not
does.
gonna.
It's really
I
good.
can't pinpoint whatever flavors it is, but it's kind of like
It's
it's a
it's smooth.
fresh kind of smooth.
hmm So since we're on TV or on the podcast, I don't know if Christian does it, but usually he does the Cobra Kai and pulls it back out. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
but I
He
don't
really
want to
doesn't
turn
do that.
anybody on. I don't want to bring
Yeah,
anybody.
he doesn't. He
I don't.
doesn't want like my jacket usually starts like rising up when he does that, and I'm like, oh God, do it again. We're not
No,
gonna do that.
I
So
don't. I don't do that, and we don't do
no,
that, and I don't know
no,
anybody else that ever does that except for.
no. That's the first time I've ever fucking seen somebody do that. And when it happened, I was like, what the fuck what did he just do? So me and the miss were sitting and watching it, and she was like, rewind that. And so I rewound it. She was like, why did he stick it that far down his throat? And I was like, I have no fucking
Oh,
idea. So she is inside watching right now, texting me, telling me that the chat doesn't work on the website.
oh, great.
So
On
she
the
says she's
website, yeah,
trying.
you have to go to. I think you have to go to YouTube to do the chat.
Okay.
So there's a button on the website. There's a button onto the side that says "Open in a new window," and it should take you to the YouTube page. You can watch it on the YouTube page and do the chat. But I can't. I don't have it
I can't
open.
see it.
We can't see the chat. So ultimately, if if Justina can do the chat and kind of answer questions for us, that'd be great.
That
But
would
I don't know,
be amazing.
but
Yeah.
we can't see it. We're working through the Zoom, and we're live
hmm
on YouTube. But the YouTube page is, I think, a little behind. It's
Yeah.
delayed, so it would be kind of weird for us to kind of watch that chat. Plus, my fucking mouse just died on me.
Cool.
But yeah, let's light this thing. You've been waiting for so long.
Yeah. So what kind of lighter?
I've
I
got
have this. Oh, this fucking bougie ass jackwagon. Yeah, I'm gonna light my cigar with my Prometheus Opus X fucking lighter that's
yeah,
like $600.
number
Yeah,
two
I'm lighting.
twenty.
Yeah, I'm lighting my cigar with this 10.99 fucking thing I just got off Amazon. Love the
So let
lighter
me tell
though.
you.
Don't
Let me
get
tell
me
you a
wrong.
story about this lighter. Okay, so we bought probably June or July or August or so. I bought a collector's humidor, right, with his entire collection of cigars. He had gotten sick and he can't smoke cigars anymore, so he had to get rid of it. So we went and took a look at it, and we spent the money and we bought all. It's like a lot of high end stuff. Ultimately around $12,000 worth of collector cigars. And in that whole thing, we got the humidor, the cigars, and he gave me just a tub full of boxes, like old boxes, cigar boxes. And so we brought them home. We set everything up, and I start going through the cigar boxes to kind of see what I want to keep and what we're going to get rid of. And in one of the cigar boxes was this lighter in pieces, right? It completely broke it apart. Don't know if it works. Don't know how to put it back together. So I'm like, man, I held on to it for a while. And then finally I was like, let me look it up. And I looked it up and I sent it, I put it in a bag and I sent it to Prometheus. And they had a form to say,
Mm,
for $25, if your cigar is out of warranty, send it to us and we'll see if we can fix it and blah, blah, blah for 25 bucks. So I put a check for $25 in there, threw all the pieces in there, and I sent it to him. Well, then, just the other day, about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I get
weak.
it back. Yeah, a week ago, I get it in the mail and it's fixed, completely fixed and raring to go. Number 220 of 1,000 that were
What a
made from this
jackass.
year. So
And
it's
he
like,
bitches at me because he doesn't win giveaways on fucking YouTube or on Instagram. Oh, I don't ever win any giveaways, but I got this fucking collector's edition Prometheus $600 lighter for free. Yeah, okay. My heart breaks for you, dog. So the retro hail on this I do like. It's got a burn, it's got a bite to it, and
that's where
I
you get that
I
kind of
do
spice from the
yeah
retro hill.
I do like that. So we can get into my story now that will kind of explain
Yeah.
why I like that retro hill. So my name's Nick Twing. Um, I'm an alcoholic.
Don't
That
even drink. Don't even
I'm
drink
not.
anymore.
I'm not joking. So I am an alcoholic. I've been sober for 2 years. Um,
So that would
but
consider you not as an alcoholic. If you've been sober for 2 years, you're no longer an alcoholic.
I'm always an
Isn't that true?
alcoholic.
You were an alcoholic.
I'm
Maybe.
always an
I don't.
alcoholic.
I'm not judging you or anything.
Yeah, but
You're a Dr. Pepperaholic now.
I am. I do enjoy a fine bottle of 2021 Dr. Pepper on ice. But no, so I started smoking cigars 2004. Uh First time I quit drinking. Actually, that's when I started getting into cigars. I started smoking cigars when I was about 14 years old. My uncle was a dentist, and he would travel and do missionary dentistry work, Guatemala, Cuba, Dominican Republic, all down through there, and he'd smuggle back Cubans. And I'd go over and sit at his house, and he'd give me Cubans at 14. And Cubans at 14, I still thought they did weed and cigars. So I'm over there like, you know, just puffing on it when he's watching. Then when he's not watching, I'm like, it didn't ever get high. But started off smoking Cubans, Romeo Juliet's, Monte Cristos, just your basics. Didn't really know what I was even doing, but just kind of watched him and kind of mimicked him. So then, you know, grew up, smoked a lot of weed growing up, did a lot of drugs going up, and that's why I like that retro hail where it burns real good. Reminds me of my cokehead days. So that's as close to that as I can get. But I really enjoy that. So 2004, first marriage, wife got pregnant, decided to quit drinking, want to be a better dad for my kid. And my ex-wife still wanted to go to bars and stuff like that. And I didn't want to go to bars and just sit with my thumb up my ass looking like an idiot. So I started buying cigars, and I was like, okay, I'll sit outside and smoke a cigar while she's drinking or listening, and I'll just listen to the band or whatever. And that's how I started getting into it. The first cigar I really liked was a Cohiba Extra Vigorous. They don't even make them anymore. That was my favorite cigar at first. And, got into like, smoked some really good shit back in the day. A lot of good Gurkhas and stuff like that. But, really just kept smoking maybe 5, 6 cigars a year. And about 2 years ago, got back into cigars real big when I quit drinking again. Um, Cigars are my me time. They're my wind down time. They're my relax from a shitty day at work time. And and my wife now, new wife, much better wife, like upgraded a million times over wife, um, smokes cigars too. Miss Hardash, if you don't follow her on Instagram, you don't know the fuck you're missing out on. You really need to do that shit because she's smoking hot and she smokes cigars and she's got badass stickers and badass patches on the way too. But so
Thought our
we
plugs
smoke.
were at the end of the podcast.
It is. It's coming later. But you know, she smokes cigars too, so we share that, and that's really awesome. We love talking about cigars. She's just gotten big into Instagram, like so we like talking about stuff like that too. But it's really good. My favorite cigar, I'm not going to tell you about now. We'll get to it later because we are going to smoke one of those on the show. But yeah, I know Christian. You said that you used to smoke a lot of weed. I got some funny stories for you.
Yeah, I got some. I got some too.
So the cigars I used to smoke most of the time were Swisher Sweets or Black and Milds or um, you know, Philly blunts or whatever. But the first couple of times I started smoking cigars, I was sitting out at a bar, and you know, the bar the place where I lived, there was always a couple older guys, older heads out there smoking cigars, and I started talking to them about it. And so my cigar started to canoe. Okay, not a great cigar. Didn't really know much about cigars. There were zero cigar shops in my town, so I'd have to go, you know, 35 miles to get some decent cigars. So it started to canoe, and I'm sitting at this bar, and I start rubbing it because when I was smoking blunts and my blunt started to run, get to have it and put it, and I'd start smoking cigars, and these little two old guys are looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "My cigar started to run, so I wanted to get it wet so I could catch the rest of it up." And they're like, "That's called canoeing." I was like, "Well, when I used to fucking smoke blunts, it was called running." And that's how we did it. Well, you're supposed to light it around like that. Well, I wasn't wasting no weed. So I put a little spit on that shit and let the rest of the cigar catch up to it. Fuck you. That's my good dope smoker story for cigar life.
I think about that every time mine starts canoeing. I start thinking about that, like licking it and
Hmm.
slow it down. Yeah, I guess our chat isn't working.
Mm.
Another malfunction on today's podcast.
Yeah. If
But
you got good shit to say, just message us on Instagram. If you're saying bad stuff, just fucking write it on a letter and walk outside and pray, like send it to Santa Claus.
yeah, so there's only 9 people watching us anyway.
Yeah. So we're not missing out on a whole lot.
But
Um,
thank y'all for watching, all 9 of you.
yeah. Yeah, I do. I love it. So
Um,
hopefully some of my friends that I've been blasting and I'm getting text messages. So it's probably one of my buddies because I said I really want honest to God feedback. He's probably like your shit sucks. Yeah, I know my mic is very hot. Thanks, B Singer. Um, I can't figure out how to get my um Beats mic to turn off and this mic just to be on. So I am really loud. I apologize. It's one of the technical difficulties. We'll deal with it on the next round. So pretty good cigar so far.
yeah, yeah, it's not giving me letting me do that. Trying to get the. Why are you not working? Mm-mm, I don't know. Either way, we're gonna move on. So what are you
Hmm.
thinking? So far, so good.
It's definitely got some spice. I like that.
It's more of a
Um,
white crushed pepper.
yeah,
No,
I've never.
it's not. It's not. It's got a little bite, right?
Yeah.
Which is that um the Sumatra wrapper, right? And you get the Nicaraguan and Dominican filler in there. It's a good combination.
Hmm. So, Christian, what's your biggest pet peeve when you're smoking a cigar? Like, what's something besides just the shittiness of a cigar that will turn you off? I know mine.
What's
That's
yours?
why I'm asking you to see what yours is. So mine
Okay.
is when I'm smoking a cigar, I let it sit for a minute and I pick it up and I got to pull on it like 6 or 7 times to really get it smoking, and
Yeah.
it kind of it spoils that taste. It puts like a really just like a really funky ass taste in your mouth. Oh, look at that dope ass cup you got. That is a really cool cup. I really wish I had one just like it.
Oh.
America.
Yeah, I
So
got you. And that's, I mean, what's that? That's caused by just a tight draw.
I don't
You
know
know.
what the fuck it's caused by. I've asked a lot of people because, like I say, I'm no professional cigar smoking
Yeah.
guru. I'm just a dude from North Alabama that likes to smoke cigars. So, I don't know what it is. If you know what it is, um, please let me know. If it's my fucking humidity's too low, if it's my temperature's too low, if it's something I'm doing, because like I'll tell you right now, every fucking Caldwell cigar I've ever smoked has done that. And it will get me to the point where I get fucking pissed off. It could be the best tasting cigar in the entire world when I first light it up, and it takes me a while to get it going, and it spoils that. I'll throw the fucking cigar out, and I'll go grab one of my go tos that I get every single time that shit happens, and I'll smoke it, and I'll be pissed, and I won't go back to that cigar again. Like I'll hold a fucking grudge against a cigar quickly.
Well, that's a shame because you're gonna get some bad cigars,
Hmm.
right? But if it's consistent, yeah, I see where you're coming from. But if you just throw away a cigar just because unless it's a Gurkha, and then
We're gonna smoke Gurkhas on the show.
oh no, sir,
We're
no,
not.
sir.
Hey,
I'm gonna change the wrapper to it.
this is not a cigar review where we only smoke good cigars.
Hi, that's true. But
We
I don't want to be
smoke,
here like,
yeah. You know what? We
but
might chuck that bitch out about halfway through it,
so my pet
but
peeve is like the unraveling, right? If the wrapper just starts fucking going crazy, and I've had some that just kind of started splitting off and like you start folding, and I don't know if it's because it was too dry, I didn't let it sit in the humidor long enough or whatever, but it drives me nuts, and or I I just can't stand that. The canoeing is another thing, it's just kind of one of those things, and it's based on lighting and stuff like that.
yeah.
But I've been pretty good about finding that medium between, I don't puff too much. I if I take two or three inhales, two puffs too much, then I start tasting that like charcoal burn kind of uh, taste, and it kind of ruins the kind of flavor of it. But
Hmm.
so I kind of tend to take one puff, every 30 seconds or so, or try to maintain that so that I can maintain the burn. Um, and I haven't had a problem. I've been able to especially this one down, set it down for a little bit, take it back, and I'm going to get a little, I may have to take a harder puff, but I'm still going to get some good smoke out of it.
Hmm. So when we do our reviews, I'm not saying you will never hear us say, oh my God, I just got a really strong taste of this, or there's a really heavy chocolate taste of this, but you're never gonna hear us. Sometimes, to me, a cigar just tastes like a cigar.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna come off with some crazy ass shit about,
Yeah.
I don't know,
I've never chewed on Northwestern maple.
never.
So I don't know what that tastes like.
Mm-mm,
So, or I've never had manure.
mm-mm,
I know what it smells like,
mm-hmm.
but I don't know what it tastes like.
I've never fucking had barn dust. Never done that. So my question about some of these professional cigar reviewers. What do you fuckers go to school? Like, we go to like a cigar smoking school where they have like this table laid out and all these fucking flavors and shit on the table, and you go through and your test is like you test these flavors and then they blindfold you and then you come back and they slide you a bowl and you're like, oh, that's paprika. Um, Definitely paprika. Yes.
Dude, I couldn't
Oh,
even.
that's a very heavy Spanish cedar.
I couldn't even win the Pepsi challenge in the '80s. You know, I
Fuck
couldn't tell
that.
the difference between Coke and Pepsi. So how am I
Hmm.
going to be able to tell a blind taste test on uh, mostly seasonings I've never even tried, or I have no idea what the difference between white pepper and black pepper is. And there's a lot of people that show that say that there's a lot of white pepper in this cigar. I don't know what that tastes like. I may be tasting it all the time, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking pepper is pepper. Wood taste is wood taste. I'm not the type of person that's going to go, that's definitely got a very strong mahogany flavor to it. I don't fucking suck on mahogany sticks. I don't know what, I don't
Cedar
know what,
sticks, that's a different story, but
completely different
yeah.
story. Um, I don't know what fucking morning dew in Montana tastes like either. So, what the fuck? You're never going to catch that shit from me. I do know this. I have cut a cigar and the cold draw tasted exactly like fucking raw mushrooms. I mean, like, and I got it from Sir Louis, and I believe it was Hunter that messaged me and was like, when you cold draw this cigar, message me right then and let me know what it tasted like. And I messaged him and I was like, heavy raw mushroom flavor, and he was like, thank you. I wanted to make sure I wasn't the only fucking psycho that thought that shit, but it was like straight up raw mushrooms, predict nothing else, raw mushrooms. When I smoked the cigar, thank God it did not taste like that. But the cold draw tasted raw mushrooms. Me and Christian have been on a Hearst before, and I'm like, I got a really heavy mint flavor, like a mint tone on that. So we do catch different flavor notes, different tones, but it's not like every draw or like every third of the cigar. I'd be like, that was I tasted the transition from white pepper to chocolate and
Yeah.
coffee
I
beans
don't notice that. I
from
notice I can tell the difference. You know, I can tell that transition between the thirds in most cigars. Some I don't. Some I just like taste like a cigar, you know?
hmm
But sometimes I can take that flavor ride and tell you I was like, "Oh man, that cigar just changed from what I was smoking earlier." You
yeah,
know, or and I can tell that, but I'm not going to be able to tell you like key things. And I mean, I eat chocolate, but
yeah. I ate a
there's
lot
things
of
that
chocolate.
there's some things that I don't eat. Like I've never had a mushroom, so I'm not gonna be able to tell if that's
What did you just
a.
say?
I've never had a mushroom, so because I'm allergic to mushrooms,
Oh, okay, okay,
so
okay.
I've
I
never,
ate the shit. I ate the shit out of mushrooms from shit, like straight up out of it. Eat the
so then you
mushrooms.
should know
Great
what
time.
manure tastes like.
I washed it off first. I washed it off first. But
Now I've
that was
picked
fucking
mushrooms,
amazing.
but I have never eaten them
Oh,
because I'm
I've
allergic. But
eaten them, drank them, smoked them a
well,
couple times,
we're
tasted
learning a
them in the
lot
cold
about
draw
you.
of a cigar. Yeah,
We're learning a lot about you. So I'm like one. I really think we need to interact with the audience. I'm kind of like really wanting to see that, but it won't let me.
I don't know, dog. Pull it up on your phone. See if you
I got
can.
it. I got it right now. I try to pull it up on my phone, and
So the chat's not working at all.
yeah, my fucking mouse just died.
So my interactions are coming with. Well, what does it taste like in your opinion, shithead? Give us something. Thank you, Matt Beatsinger. I don't know, Christian. What's your flavor notes on this? I mean, it tastes like fucking tobacco to me. Really good tobacco.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I really
There's
like it.
definitely there's a heavy wood flavor. I don't. That's
Sure.
what I'm catching. That's what I'm catching right now. A really woody, and it's more of the aftertaste of it. I don't know, B Singer, if it's because I'm fucking freezing my ass off out here and my nose is like frozen and I can't really get anything off the retro hail taste of it, but the aftertaste has definitely got a heavy wood flavoring to it.
Yeah. Um, I it's just got a it's a little stronger than I'm usually, but I very rarely do I get a Habano wrapper that I like, and this one I just kind of I just really like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a really good cigar, and I will definitely pick up more of these if I can get my hands on them before you do. Plus, it's a
Um,
Lancero.
I got.
It's
I
a
mean,
little thicker than it's a little thicker than most Lanceros, though. I'd say it's probably what 48 the gauge.
no, it's a 40. I think it's 40. Shit. Let me. I've got it right here. Uh, well, I thought I did. I've got some reviews here. Um,
It does take a little bit longer than I like to get a good heavy pull off of it.
yeah.
It takes me about 3 or 4 draws to really get a good smoky pull.
I, maybe you just need to light it better.
Right.
Maybe you need this Opus X lighter.
Hmm.
You need you an Opus X lighter. So I've got a review up right now of the um, the 2008 version. Um, it's of the Corona Gorda. Now, I think since then, uh, James has gone back and kind of reworked a lot of the blends of a lot of Blackworks stuff. So I'm not sure how accurate this is, but some of the key flavor notes that this guy says is there's some oak, some cream, earth, plume, pepper, and baker's spice.
I got the spice, I got the pepper, I got the wood. I couldn't really tell it was oak. So I
It
guess I
did
haven't got
have
to the
that dry inhale really had like a
creamy. Yeah.
creamy taste.
Hmm.
I don't earth. I'm not feeling because earth and pepper are the two things that I do not like in a cigar. Like I don't want to that feeling of dirt in your mouth, or that feeling of that texture, that aftertaste that a cigar leaves in your mouth when it's real earthy. That's what I don't like, and I really don't get that from this cigar. But my interpretation of earthy may be different than what everybody else's is.
Hmm.
All right, we got Sean Nelson says enjoys the podcast. Justina
So
says y'all sound great.
my interpretation of
Cigar
earthy
Wayne.
is my interpretation of earthy is Romacraft Neanderthal. Romacraft Neanderthal. I smoked that and it literally tasted like dirt smells. Love the fucking cigar.
Ooh,
Like love it. One of my favorites. Love that cigar. But I've only had that like twice. Bought a box of them, smoked the shit out of it, but I've only had that dirt earth flavor like 2 times. I'm not really catching earthy tones off of this except for like the woody flavor of it. But it's on the verge of pissing me off. because I'm having to draw on it like 4 or 5 times to get. I like a good draw as soon as I pull on the cigar, like a heavy smoke, and this isn't really giving it to me. I don't know if it's because of the Lancero in it or what. Maybe when it gets down a little more, it'll give me a heavier pull, but it's not really giving me the smoke draw that I like off of a cigar.
Yeah, I'm getting a good pull. Again, but I think I don't know. Maybe I just suck better than you. Nah, don't
I'm
go there.
waiting.
Don't go
I'm
there.
waiting. I'm waiting for a text message because if B Singer's watching this, there's gonna be like, "Oh, I'd fucking doubt that shit." Oh yeah, oh no. And if any of the guys that work for me are like this, they're like, "Wow, yeah, that I'll definitely fucking hear about that one tomorrow. If he sucks better than you, fucking something, he must be doing something right. Give me his phone number." That's the shit you're gonna get from that one.
Oh hell.
Well, what's your go-to, Christian? Like if you're smoking a cigar, you're in, you just can't really decide. You're like, fuck it, I'm going to Old Faithful. What is Old Faithful for you?
Lately, it's gonna be an acid blondie. No, I'm just
Where's the wah
Wah.
button?
No. No, well, I've kind of been going through like expand not expanding my palate, but like trying more different cigars, right? So like
Nobody sucks harder than you. Thanks, B Singer. Told you that was coming.
um so I've been trying like a lot of different other just brands, labels, bands, kind of things like that. I really went to the porcelain. I really like the porcelain when I can get a hold of it. I kind of go for that. Um, I got a box of these, so like if I hit a cigar that I really don't like, I'll just drop it down and kind of just go to this one. But I fairly rarely drop a
I'm
cigar. And
getting I'm getting now the suck comments have started. It's like
here they come.
if he knew how good you'd suck, his fucking forehead would cave in. Yeah. So my wife's listening to us too. She brings me my perfect draw. So I'm gonna run this up in there, see
Texas
if
shines
it'll
on.
Texas shine.
Welcome,
Does
welcome.
any of
The
Ice and
chats have
Sticks do
started.
any of them?
No, the chats are starting to get so cigar Wayne. Um, I the reason that my sound so low is because Nick
Mine
is
sounds
so
so high.
loud.
Yeah.
But if he would figure that situation out, we'd all both be the same and kind of probably would
We will work on
even
it.
out. Um, but yeah, that's basically it on that. Thanks for everybody for watching and coming on and checking us out. The first clusterfuck episode. That's gonna be the title of this episode. The
The
clusterfuck.
shit show. That's our favorite statement at work.
The shit
Welcome to
show.
the shit show. So yeah, my go-to is Drew Estates under Crown Maduro, hands down. Fucking never had a bad under Crown Maduro. I mean that fucking cigar, Drew Estates, really in my eyes doesn't make a bad cigar. An under Crown Maduro is it's never a bad taste, never bad construction, never bad burn, never had any problems from it at all. Just a fucking fantastic stick every single time. You just smoked a shade the other day, so you got kind of a taste of the lighter version of the Undercrown Maduro. I mean,
Yeah, I
razor sharp burn. Um, just fantastic.
yeah, I really liked that one. The undercrown shade. I actually grabbed a couple and I've smoked them all. I like that one. There's shoot, what is it? There's a couple other ones that were my go-to that I kind of the Illusion, Rothschild. I really like. Um, the Illusion, the was it the double eights and triple eights? Those are pretty good. There's a Cameroon wrapper triple eight that I really like. Um, yeah. See, Texas Shine says the Lancero SNR is his go-to. So
Oh
like,
yeah.
and we actually did a cigar trade. When I saw him got his box, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't find him anywhere. I was like, cigar trade, cigar trade. He's like, how many do you want? I was like, how many do you want to get rid of? So
Yeah.
thank
I
you for
just
sending me some, because right when you sent me those five, my brother-in-law gave me a few for Christmas, and then I found out that the shop that I like to get um, my boutique cigars from had like 18 left, so I picked up those 18. So I bought them out. But shout out to Smokers Abbey in Round Rock. It's a great cigar lounge. Ian Ian has like he curated probably the best boutique cigar humidor that I've ever seen. Right? It's all boutiques. He's got no major name brands. He's all about a boutique place. He puts together sample packs of 5 sample packs, and man, you should go check it out. Smokers Abbey, Austin. Um, they have a Memphis and they have a Nashville, but their Austin store. Ian is the owner of that one, and man, he puts together some cool stuff. And they've got some cool, everything Black Label. They've got, you can order everything on their virtual humidor. It's pretty awesome.
there was Christian's plug.
Mm-hmm.
So
And that was not
I'm a
paid
bou-
for. I
I'm a
buy everything.
bougie I'm a bougie cigar smoker myself, and my shameless plug is going to Sir Louis Cigars in Massachusetts. That guy, mainly off of Instagram sales. Hunter is the owner of that one. Fucking amazing dude. Like absolutely amazing dude. 90 to 95% of my cigars come from him. Um, Great guy. I've been buying cigars from him for a long time. Funny story. My wife ordered her first order from him. And when Hunter would send me cigars, I'd always get like, an extra cigar, or I'm a big Paul Stulak fan. So he'd send me like some Paul Stulak samples. Um, my wife orders from him. She gets like 2 5 packs. She gets this big fucking box and she opens it up. There's a hat, a shirt, Adventura cigar hat, Adventura cigar shirt, like an Adventura cigar cutter, all this stuff. I go straight to my phone and I start messaging Hunter. I'm like, what the fuck is this about, dude? I've spent like thousands of dollars with you. My wife spends $120. You send her a fucking hat and a shirt. He was like, well, I kind of sent that stuff for you. I was like, not how this household works, buddy. Not how this household works, dog. Like it's not. It comes in a box with her name on it. It's hers. Our household goes
Yeah,
by the but her favorite statement is what's hers is hers and what's mine is hers. So that's basically how it works.
that's how marriage works.
Yeah, Southern Outlaw sent me a sticker. Um, Sent me a sticker and sent one sticker to the house, and she lit his ass up.
Yeah,
She lit his. She was ranting around the house. What the fuck? There's 2 fucking cigar smokers in this house. Who's gonna send one sticker for? Where's your sticker, babe? I was like, that envelope had my name on it. And like, he
yeah.
just sent one, so that's mine. But
No,
yeah,
that's
she's
not how she sounds actually, though.
that's not how she sounds at all. She'll be on the show with this. That's just what I
That's your
my
interpretation. That's how you hear her.
that's not at all how I hear her. When I hear her, it's like this angelic sound, but I guess my voice just kind of goes like this.
Yeah.
So
But
that's what I hear when I see her too.
yeah, Texas Sign says Hunter is this car salesman of the cigar world. I
And
I
it's a
I can I can concur with that.
and it's a fucking Bugatti car. Like that's the type of cars Hunter sells. He doesn't sell shit sticks. You're
That's
not
true.
ever gonna get a shit stick from Hunter. And the coolest thing
But I
about
got a
him
bone
is
to pick with him
oh,
actually, because I made my first order from him. Right, I watched his show. I was like, okay, it was the Deviants by Nomad. Right, he
mhm.
had a special. It was like $60 for a 5 pack. He beat out Nomad's price on their website. I was all like, yes, give me that. I'll take one of those. I get it in. That's all I got. I didn't get no stickers. I didn't get nothing else extra. And you've been hyping the shit out of him for like weeks, and I didn't get nothing.
You got Sir Louis stickers.
Now I had to get them from you.
Yeah, I sent them to you. Yeah.
Because you
So
had a
Sir,
plethora of Sir Louis
I do.
stickers.
Hit. I told Hunter that I was like the first time. So I got into boutique cigars because I started a cigar group at work. We would go down to the cigar shop, you know. So shout out to Cigar Room Huntsville, Madison, or Huntsville, Florence, on Instagram. That's our local brick and mortar we hang out at. Um, Donald down there does a great job. He'll take good care of you. Ben's his son. Really, really smart family when it comes to cigars. They know the ins and outs. They'll hook you up. Um, but we'd go down there and I'd, bring my sticks down. I'm pulling out the same sticks as everybody else. And I got to this point where I was like, I want to start smoking cigars. When I go to the cigar room and I open up my little book and I pull the cigars out, everybody else in the cigar room's like, what is that? Where'd you get that cigar? I've never even seen that shit before. Like, so I wanted to be different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to walk in and have like Undercrown Maduros and Ligas and that be my number one thing. I wanted to venture outside of that. So I start searching Instagram and I find this Sir Louis cigars. So I message the guy. I see a bunch of cool pictures, know nothing about boutiques, and I message him and I'm like, hey, I'm really interested in getting some boutique cigars, but I don't know anything about them. And he was like, cool, bro, I'll hook you up. So let's talk. Tell me your top 5 cigars. And I told him my top 5 cigars, and he was like, yeah, I got some stuff that I think you'd really like. And I said, well, how are we going to do this? He said, Venmo me $100 and I'll put you together a sample pack. This was like 2 years ago, right? All right, about 2 years ago. And he put me together the sample pack, and my absolute favorite cigar was in the sample pack. It was like the second one I smoked, and we will be smoking it in the next couple of shows on here just because I like it that much. It is a Paul Stulak Red Screaming Sun Lancero, and it's been my favorite cigar for 2 years, and I smoke a shitload of cigars, and for that still to be my favorite cigar after 2 years is fucking amazing. I usually put a couple of them in each one of my giveaways.
I think we need to smoke
And
that one next podcast because it's been sitting in my humidor and I've just been eyeballing it, but I've been holding off.
so to tell you how much I love it, like bought, I think 10 of them after I smoked the first one. Hunter messaged me, says he's got some pre-production Paul Stulaks from 2012. He just found them. They were like tucked away in a box he forgot about. So I bought all 15 of those from him, smoking them, talking about them all the time. I'm doing my 1,500 follower giveaway and put my video out for my giveaway, and I'm announced it's like 5 cigars. That's what I was giving away. And the Paul Stulak Red Screaming Sun, an OM cigar, and a couple other boutiques. And say, this is my favorite cigar. I love this cigar. It's absolutely amazing. Been my favorite for like a year now. And I get a fucking message from Paul Stulak on Instagram, and it's thanking me for talking about his cigar, saying it was my absolute favorite. It means a lot to him. Can he contribute something to my giveaway? I was
Holy
like,
shit.
yeah. I was like, I run in and I get Justina. I'm like, look at this, look at this, look at this. And she was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't care. And I was like, it's Paul Stulak, like the Paul Stulak just fucking messaged me. He wants to donate to my giveaway. She was like, who gives a fuck? And so like 2 days later, a whole fucking box of Red Screaming Sun Lanceros. This dude donates a whole box to my giveaway. And like, I was blown away. Southern Experience won that box of Red Screaming Sun Lanceros, and it fucking hurt me to give that box away. I didn't keep a single one out of there, gave the whole box away. I was like, oh God, that hurt so bad. It was ridiculous. But I mean, what a fucking awesome guy, You don't know me from Adam's House Cat. I'm just some dude on Instagram with a page that's got 1,500 followers, and you give me a whole entire box of cigars. Like, what? Stand up, dude. Then I pick up his White Blinding Light Lancero, sister cigar to the Red Screaming Sun. Just as fucking good. Like, just as good. Every Stulac cigar I've smoked is amazing. So love that stuff. But yeah, that's my guy. That's my favorite.
Nice.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we got
So talking about the show, we are going to start to have a little structure to it. We're still
mhm.
kind of banging that out. We got 2 weeks to figure it out. We are going to have a question and answer section, correct?
Yeah. I
So
think some
where you
people
guys,
give us some questions now. People ask questions on the chat. I've got it up here on my screen. We may have a little delay, but coming up on the screen, just give us some questions. We'll try to answer as many as we can, um, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I think we should have a structured time, like halfway through or whatever. We start doing it, or during the smoking of the cigar. We answer questions and stuff like that.
also too, we do have an email. So Super Stogie Bros at Gmail.
Gmail.com.
So anytime you have a question that you would like us to address, I'm not saying we will address every question, but say next fucking Tuesday, it's a week and 2 days before our next show, you think of something, oh shit, I want to see what the Super Stogie Bros have to say about this. Shoot us an email. We'll go through them. We'll check them out. We'll get it on the show. We will also have guests. Yes, guest
Yes,
appearances.
yes.
Hmm.
Maybe next
So,
we've got a couple that we want to set up. We've got Cigar Nut.
mhm.
We want to get him on and
Oh,
maybe do
the
a burn down.
fucking wizard.
Yeah,
Yep, the
let's get
wizard.
him
We
on
are
and
going to
doing
put
that.
him on here because if you guys follow Cigar Nut on Instagram, that dude,
It's magic.
there's magic.
Yeah,
He is the only person I know of that can have the whole fucking cigar ash not fall off, and he'll set that bitch on the table, and it'll have a gangster lean on it like this, and it's still going. Don't know what it is, but he is a magician. We will have him on the show. Phil Carute, he's going to be on the show. Comedian, cigar reviewer, awesome guy. He's going to be on the show. We will have some cigar makers
yeah. We'll try to bring
on
some
the
people
show.
on there. We're gonna bring on. We're still talking to him, but we're gonna try to get the guy, the author of the Big Ash Smoke Book,
Mm-hmm.
to come on and talk to us and possibly do us a show, a book. But we're still working on that. Um,
I'm catching the cream,
Nasty.
and that was I
That's what she said.
really, I really left myself open for a lot on here.
Yeah, you did.
I'm waiting for my phone to blow up. But that cream flavor you're talking about, it is in the final third of the cigar.
Yeah, we're about the same,
Yeah, yeah,
roughly.
close.
Do you smoke it to the nub? All of your cigars, or do you smoke it to the band? Do you?
Not all of them. Um, I do smoke some cigars like down to where it's burning my lips. Um, some cigars, like really depending on if it's fucking cold as shit outside. Sometimes I'll get to
Oh,
where I'm like, I just can't take this shit anymore. Fucking, I'm going inside. So me and the wife are actually going to build a like a smoke shed out back, and possibly this summer to where we'll have that with a little heater, so we're not freezing our asses off. And then during the summertime, like if I'm outside and it's really fucking hot, because North Alabama is like there is no like there's no spring and there's no fall. It lasts about a week and a half. It's either fucking cold or like really really hot and really humid here. So depending on that, or if it's just like I'm not really that into the cigar, I'll throw it out. But a lot of the cigars I smoke down to where I need my another shameless plug, my Elion Nubber to finish this off. One of a kind. So I have one. My wife has one. Christian made these. Mine's really cool. It's got a little skull, tips, rolls. It's on a ball. It rolls. Justina's is really super cool. We were had really just met you, really, right? And hit him up, and he donated to one of my giveaways, and then sent me this number. And then I was like, hey, my wife is really into sugar skulls. Can you do a number for her? And he was like, absolutely. So put the number in his laser engraver and engraved sugar skull design on the skull. And then on the back of the little tiny skull, he's got the Hard Ash logo, which is really dope. So he does amazing numbers. I have other numbers. I don't use them. They sit in a box. So I am an
Appreciate
I
that.
am an Elion ambassador. So I rep my family. So that's
I
where I go with
appreciate
that
that.
one.
Yeah, all of our numbers are one of a kind. Every single one of them is made by me, and they're all unique. You're not going to get a number that somebody else has. Um, they may have a similar bead on it than somebody else's, but all of them are different combinations, different beads. And once I run out of that bead, I usually don't go and find the other another bead like that. I pretty much buy out every bead store that I can go to and find some cool beads that I like. And so when you go on the website, thealioncigarcompany.com, um, you'll see like every number is one. There's only one of them. And so when you buy it, it's sold out. So you won't see another one like that. So that's what I kind of hated about other cigar nubber designs is they mass produce them. And so you could walk into any brick and mortar and you pull out your nubber thinking you're all cool, and somebody can say, "Oh, I got one just like that," and they pull that same one out, and it's like, well, now you're
Not
not unique.
me.
Now you're not unique. Now you're not individual. So that's what I like about the cigar community is that once we want things that are individualized, things that nobody else has, and whatnot.
So the draw on this cigar's gotten a lot better. It did get a little bit better when I run my perfect draw through it, but when it's getting closer down to the last third, it's getting better, and that's something you find in most Lanceros. Like the
Yeah.
longer cigar, the harder the draw at the beginning, and it loosens up a lot at the end. It is getting quite an uneven burn on it, so that's unfortunate. But I'm pulling. I've been pulling a lot different, like getting
Yeah.
hella pull trying to get some smoke out of it. So hopefully that will even out. But it is a good cigar. I can't say anything bad about it besides the fact that it does take a little too more than my liking for a pull, and too hard to get a good heavy draw off of it. But like Christian said too, I like heavier cigars, spicier cigars. So I like a
This is mild for your taste.
yeah, I like a heavy pull on the smoke too. So that's kind of was disappointing. It's turning out a little bit better now.
Yeah, I
Um,
like what I like about Lanceros, and you're gonna get different flavor. Like so, when I really noticed this is I had a leaf by Oscar, right, and I had their what is it, the robusto or the basic size leaf by Oscar, and then I went to the same brick and mortar and they didn't have any more. They had some Lanceros of it, so I grabbed a Lancero and I totally got a different taste from the
mhm.
originals. And that's what I like about Lanceros is that you're going to taste more of the filler
uh,
because
Tastes
you're not.
more of the wrapper.
I mean, more of the wrapper. Yeah, opposite.
Yeah.
You're going to taste more of the wrapper in the Lancero because there's not as much filler in it, as opposed to a regular size cigar, like say a 50, 52 or whatever, 54.
Hmm.
But that's what I
That's what
like.
I.
You get a different flavor. You get a different.
Yeah.
You feel taste it a little bit more.
It can be the same cigar. It can have the same wrapper, the same filler, the
Totally.
same binder. It can have the same everything, but it'll have a completely different taste than a robusto. I've yet to smoke the Stulac robusto because I'm afraid it's not going to give me the same punch as the Lancero does.
It's probably gonna give
And
you
I found
more.
that a lot. I found that a lot um, on a lot of different cigars, like the Tabernacle. I love the Lancero on that too. Not so much on the Robusto. Not so much on the other sizes. Um, so the Southern Draw. I can't think of the freaking name of it right now. Blue Label Southern Draw. I love the Lancero in that too, but not so much the other
That's
sizes.
that's another one of my go-to cigars is the Rose of Sharon. The Southern Draw Rose of Sharon. I could smoke anytime.
Never smoked it. The only cigar I know of that's got 100 on a cigar review, on any cigar review, that's got 100. I've never smoked it because it's so
Wow.
light, and everybody says, "Oh, it's just really airy," and I'm like, "Well, fuck, I'm not spending $8 on smoking air. I just don't. I
So
have a hard time."
so now we need to smoke that one on an episode.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Oh, Bubba Goofy does not like the Lanceros.
Hey, Justina doesn't like Lanceros. My wife does not like Lanceros. I don't know what it is. She doesn't like them. So, Bubba Goofy, you're in good company, not liking Lanceros. We will have. My wife will be on a couple episodes. Um, if you don't follow her, she's on Instagram. She's got some badass stickers out right now. I'll be showing those off in a little while. We will have patches for her in a little while. We're trying to really bump up that Sister of the Leaf community. Like if you're a female cigar smoker, hit her up. You know, they're talking about like doing a virtual herf with just a bunch of ladies, because we do virtual herfs with a bunch of guys all the time. She gets in on those, but she just mainly sits there because we're guys talking about guy shit, and she just laughs at how stupid we are.
Yeah, stupid
But
shit.
yeah, yep.
Bubba Goofy. That's what she said.
Hmm.
There's a lot of that innuendo on this podcast. That's what
There
she
is.
said. So
Yeah,
Bubba Goofy says he enjoys the big rings.
I bet you do. The ones that you got to hold with two hands and smoke like that. Is that the ones? That's the ones that Southern Outlaw likes too. He likes the big ones, the real dark ones like this. That you got to hold them like that and smoke them. That's the ones. Those are his faves. Make sure you tell him I told you that.
Mm-hmm.
That came from Hard Ash. He's
You
got
need
some
to
funny thing.
you need to send him that article about the corona that you sent out because I think he'd enjoy
Mm,
that. Yeah,
he probably would. He's probably got it as a screensaver. So
hog baby.
yeah. But we'll also be doing to me and Chris be reviewing accessories,
Yeah,
humidors.
everything, anything and everything that involves cigars, we're going to talk about. And if there's companies out there that want to send us some stuff to review, we'll definitely do that. But we're going to buy some products, and we only want to review products that we not necessarily like or so things that we can stand behind.
If we're fucking buying it, it's gonna be shit I like. I'm not spending money on something. Somebody's like, "Oh, hey, have you tried this? Go buy it." And I look at it and I'm like, "Well, this is stupid as hell. I'm not buying that." If I'm buying it, it's gonna be something I'm gonna fucking like and I'm gonna keep and I'm gonna use. If you're sending me free shit, I'll review whatever the fuck you want to send. But if it's good, I'll pump it. If it's not good, hey, sorry, dog. You're gonna get an honest to God review, and that's just the way it is.
Look, I'm getting some. Look, it's like a. I don't know if you can see it. See that little
Mm.
like tar, or it's like a
Back in the
sap.
day, back in the day, we used to call that resin.
Yeah,
That's probably from that oak.
yeah. Some maple, some syrup.
Some oak juice.
I think it's creme de la pines.
Pinay.
Pine.
That's my wife's favorite term now. We saw it. Randy the Gunner Ram on Instagram. Really perverted. Really fucking funny. We follow him, and he said that on his thing, he said women are offended by the word "cum," so I've started using creme de la pine. My wife loves that. She thinks it's fucking hilarious. Laughed for like 5 minutes. So yeah,
Well, cool. So what's your overall? How much you got left on it? You're about in the back. I'm about labels. I'm at about the label
that's about
point.
where I'm
I
at.
pulled it out.
My burn still hasn't caught up though.
Yeah, you're getting some major canoe in there.
Yeah,
I got sticking the finger at you.
yeah. I do like. I will buy more. So maybe I'll try the unlancero on the next one.
Yeah,
See
I can
what
see how
that
it
does.
goes.
Yeah.
The Corona's pretty good. The Corona Gorda.
Hmm.
It's got kind of the same. Oh, Bubba Goofy's having a hard time hearing me. I guess it's because Nick is so loud.
I hear you fine. So
Sorry.
if anybody else has a podcast and you happen to use Beats by Dre headphones for your podcast, if you know how to turn the mic off on these through an iPad, I would greatly appreciate any advice you could
Now,
give me.
ultimately, he's getting two microphones: the microphone on his Beats and the microphone that was supplied to him. So he's super loud.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
apologize. I'm super
Well, I
loud
think I
anyway.
think Nick I think Nick made me. It's like I'm in the background. Nick made me that way. He's overpowering me. He wants to take over this podcast. We're
Even
going to
though
be
I
in the
have
first
no
episode.
even though I have zero control of anything because Christian's the one who's got it on his computer. I'm on a little P Dunk iPad freezing my ass off on my front porch.
But it's we'll work out the kinks. This is just first episode, so we're figuring it out. We'll do a couple other test episodes, but we're going to be on every Thursday, every other Thursday, and do the same thing, talk about stuff. Yeah, it's a conspiracy.
Who's that, Bubba Goofy again?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Justina says she loves the cup. I love the cup as well.
I like the logo on the bottom. Oh wow, that's yours. That's nice. Amazing people must have given that to you.
Yeah, it's
I don't
nice.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know who those amazing people are. But yeah.
Well, maybe we start wrapping this up.
Yeah.
Talk about the cigar, what you thought about it, what you feel
I thought it was good. I didn't
overall.
like the burn. I didn't like the burn that much. It got kind of disappointing towards the end. The draw was not really what I wanted, what I like in a cigar. The flavors, good. The construction, good. Just if it would have given me a harder pull, I would have been fine with that. But
A better
you know,
pull.
yeah, I'd say out of 10, I'll give it a 6. Flavors are good, not as spicy as I like, but we knew that coming into this. Um, so a 6. What about you?
10. Fucking 10.
A 10.
No, I'm just
10.
10. Fucking 10. No, I really like it, and I don't think I don't think I've ever had a cigar that I would just say is like the perfect cigar, right? I mean, there's really good cigars, and I would put this one up there. I'd give it, I'd be at a 9 with it, but that's just because it's my flavor profile. It's my flavor profile. It's kind of like it's a little bit more medium than mild because it does have that pepper. It does have a little spice to it, a little kick. And so it's not normally what I would smoke, but I really like the Lancero of this, and the Corona Gorda is really good the same way. So it was really surprising to me that I would like this because I really don't. I'll venture into the Habano wrapper, but not. I kind of tend to stick to the Connecticut's, but yeah, this would definitely I'd be somewhere about an 8.59 on this, where where I would throw it, and that would probably be almost as close to a perfect cigar for me as it can get. This is the first cigar that I personally bought a box of, and um not for, you know, the business or you know,
Just personal use.
personally, yeah, just my personal use. It sits in my business humidor, but this is my personal cigar stash, and I paid full retail for it, so
Yeah.
other ones I either got on Cigar Bid, and I didn't buy full boxes. I would buy bundles or stuff like that.
It's getting I'm catching a little spice on this last bit too. So that's good. So it started off strong for me. It's finishing strong for me. Just the middle of it really kind of let me down.
I tend to get it on the back end. I feel a lot smoother, right? I don't get as much pepper. I get more of the spice and pepper in the beginning, in the first third. The second third, it kind of be depends on how I'm smoke. I smoke this one a little faster than I would usually smoke it. Right, I think I was taking more puffs than I would usually. I'd usually just kind of sit back and maybe take a puff a minute or so, and so it lasts me a little bit longer. But this way, I think that's why I'm getting like this kind of resin tar buildup in the B cut, because I was getting it too hot in my. I was getting some in the middle, probably the second, third. I was getting a lot more. Um, I was getting a lot more. Probably that burn, like the charcoaly burnt tobacco taste.
Hmm.
But now I'm getting like it's a lot smoother. I can kind of taste that cream that you can feel in that dry draw that we got,
Yeah.
and it's just kind of like a smoother draw on this last third. But that's what I'm getting.
Yep.
But I don't. I lost the pepper.
I caught it on one pull and then a little on the next pull, and then it kind of smoothed back out again. I don't know if I just got a good draw on it or what, but I don't
Bubba,
know. It's
Bubba,
one
go ahead.
I would definitely buy again. I would not consider it a box worthy cigar. I would not. I would I'd pick it up in a sampler, look for it in a sampler. I don't know if
Would you
I would
buy a
buy it.
5 pack of it?
If they're running a hell of a deal, I would. I would buy a 5 pack for $65. I don't think I would.
Well, even the fact that it's a limited run, that the like it's sold out everywhere, you can get a 5 pack of it. Would it be something you'd put in your humidor?
Um, I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say yes. There are some cigars I've smoked that when they come out again, like Ezra Zion does a lot of limited runs, and if
Mm-hmm.
if I see some of their cigars come out again, I will jump on a 5 pack. Um,
This wouldn't be
I
one you
don't.
jumped on. Like when the
Mm-mm.
2021s come out, you wouldn't.
I'm not going to go crazy over it. I'll pick up a sampler with it in there and smoke the hell out of it, but it's not going to be something I'm going to search out and buy a 5 pack
Yeah.
for.
Bubba Goofy,
My
we're
personal.
we're smoking the Serpent and Rainbow, the limited releases from Black Works Studio, also Black Label Company, Black Label Trading Company. Um, but yeah, this is my go. This was my one of my favorite cigars of 2020. Um, this one and Deliverance Porcelain were my two top favorite cigars of 2020.
So
So that's why.
what is the Deliverance? Is that the one with the cross on the label? Which one is the Blackworks that's got the cross on the label?
Um,
I could tell you if I went and dug through my humidor because I have the Lancero in that. I fucking love that cigar. So
that's oh god, I don't even know what that one is. They just came out with the morphine, but
yeah.
that I heard that morphine isn't going to come out. They're not going to release a 2021 version of that. So if you can get some morphine sticks from Black Label Company, if they're out there in your brick and mortar, I'd pick them up if you like them. because they're not going to come out this year. Um,
Hmm.
and that's going to be a full. All the Black Label stuff is going to be more of a full body Maduro style Nicaraguan tobacco product, right? This is the first cigar that they came out with, which was a Nicaraguan and Dominican filler. Had Dominican tobacco in it, and their first run into the Habano. It's a Sumatra Habano wrapper. So you're not going to find another Black Label like this right
Yeah.
now.
So we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna do our shameless plugs.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we will have a section of our um, podcast every week. We do our shameless plugs. A lot of them will be the same plugs over and over because I'm gonna plug.
Ourselves.
I plug the hell out of our own shit. Thank you, babe. So I will start with my shameless plug. So I'm starting with the Super Smoking Hot Mama. We do have her stickers. They are amazing. The graphic designer on this did a fucking awesome job. Christian, thank you. Miss Hardash stickers. We have them in the die cut. We also have them in the holographic. So pretty sick, really cool. You can get those either from my page or her page. Then we have the Hardash. We have the patches. I know you might have seen these once or twice, one or two times on Instagram. Uh, we have the OG stickers, just the same logo, and then we have a new sticker that I haven't even put out yet. I've sent a couple of them to friends, but we haven't started selling them yet. It is the holographic with the American flag and the knuckles. So I do have those. They'll be going 3 for $5. Or if you buy a patch, I might chuck some in there if you ask really nicely. We are working on hats, maybe again. I've done a limited run of hats. They're a pain in the ass because my job keeps me at work until the post office closes. So getting those out suck. But we're looking at shirts that are coming out. And we are also working on smoking shirts. And Hardash and Elion are working on a Hardash cigar. I can give you 3 guesses what type of cigar it's going to be. Maduro. Maduro. So we will be coming out with that. That is in the works. I will let Christian talk more about that because it is coming through him and Elion. It will be available on their website.
Yep.
Take it away, brother.
Yep. So my shameless plug is definitely El Leon Cigar Company. You can check out all of our stuff on elleoncigarcompany.com. Right now, it's just accessories, nubbers, our badges. Um, we are going to do embroidered badges. I literally only have 3 metal badges left, and that is all that will ever be made. So if you have a metal badge from me, there will not be any more made like that one. So with that being said, um, yeah, I literally 3 left of those. The cigar band stands, I think I've only got like 6 or 7 of those. Those will not be made that way anymore. Um, if you got any of the green badges, I only made 6 of those, the OD green. Um, so that's basically whoever got those. There's 6 of those out there, and whoever got those, that's all that's ever going to be made of those.
I got 2.
Um, so we're going to come out. The website will soon have T-shirts. My ambassadors got T-shirts just recently,
Give me
and
a second if you want to see. Let me shed because we are repping our Elion shirts tonight.
gotta shed some layers. While he's
I do
talking
have to
about
do
that,
that.
we're going to do some embroider patches. Will be out pretty soon. Um, we are updating our website right now, but probably move your headphones. Yeah. Right now we're redoing our website. So there's our shirt. It's got the lion on
Elion.
the front and in the back.
Here, give you a close up of the front of it.
Yep.
And then the back of it.
It's got the shield logo.
Got the logo on the back. Dope ass shirt. I have to say, when I put it on tonight, It is a perfect men's fitting shirt. I have not told you that yet, but it is an absolutely perfect men's fitting shirt. Loose in the front, loose in the back, so it hides my gut, and kind of tight on the arms. I like that.
Yeah. What do you think of the feel of it?
I love it. It's super soft. So Justina's got one on tonight too. She loves it. So the shirts are amazing. Definitely pick up a shirt.
So we'll have those up on the website. But we're actually redoing the website. Like I said, probably the end of February or middle of February, we're going to launch the new website, and we will have cigars for sale on the website. Any kind of other cigars. Um, we're going to have some limited edition. We have some 1999 Partagas. We have um, some Nakatamale Sakas. We have some Padrones. We're going to have, basically the collection that I bought will go up for sale. Um, um, Cigar Wayne, what do we need? We need to get some Guayavetas for you, or some double pocket work shirts. Those are in the works right now
I'm
too.
I'm working on those. Actually, I'm gonna have some double pocket mechanic style smoking shirts. So they're gonna look like, go to any old school mechanic shop. The double pocket. We're working on a logo on the front patch. It just like in cursive says hard ash. You can put a patch on the other side with your name on it, and then it's going to have a 12-inch hard ash patch on the back. We're going to go with old school navy blue, or the blue work shirts, black work shirts, and gray work shirts. So those will
Nice.
be coming out, kind of tailored to the, mechanic style slash biker style shirts. Um, so that's what's coming from us.
Same
You
thing. We're
know,
going to work out some. I'm working with a company in Mexico about getting some Guayavetas done with our logos built into the design along the parallels of the pockets. It'll be a 4 pocket front shirt, flat bottom, not tucked in. And then we've got our cigars. We've should got a shipment coming in the beginning of February. Hope we're supposed to come in the end of this week, but end of February, I got a small batch of our prototypes, samplers coming in. Our ambassadors and a handful of followers are going to get 5 packs of our cigars to test out. And Big Ash Cigar Book Smoke Book has graciously made us some small books to send out with those to get feedback, and basically going to be a focus group for our cigars, um, to find out if those are the cigars we want to release. We are going to release a cigar, one of our cigars, in May at the Houston Cigar Week. We'll make that announcement, and we'll have the cigars at Houston Cigar Week, May 12th through the 16th. And yeah, and then my final shameless plug is going to be this awesome community of cigar smoking clubs and organizations. So I want to
yep,
shout out. I want to shout out to all of these guys, because y'all are what making this community right?
yep,
So we've got the hard ash cigar clubs of the world, right? I'm in the Texas chapter, but I've just joined
asshole.
the Ashholes. Did I say hard ash?
You
Yeah,
did.
Ashholes worldwide. And I'm in the Texas chapter, but I also joined the New York, Ohio, and Australia chapter. Cigar sessions. If you haven't bought a cigar sessions patch, go out and get one. All
Yes.
$1 from every patch he sells goes for mental illness. He donates to the National Alliance of Mental Illness. So I am matching every dollar for the patch that he has sold from the 16th of this month till the end of this month. I will match his dollar donation for each patch he sold. up until then. So you have till tomorrow, right? Tomorrow or
Yep.
till tomorrow to
Sunday.
pick up Sunday to pick up a patch from him. We've got Thistles and Sticks. We've got the Goat. We've got Smokers Worldwide, or Cigar Smokers
Cigar smokers worldwide.
Worldwide. We've got Glasses and Ashes. We've got whoever this knucklehead is here,
That
cigar,
guy.
that hard ash guy. We've got the
Yeah.
Dojo, Cigar Dojo. We've got
Silverbacks.
Silverbacks, Clutch of Smoke.
Got the clutch. The
You know,
clutch.
we got the
That's a dope
cigar
ass guy
crew
too.
down here, Mimo. We got
Hmm. The good
the Good
cigar.
Cigar podcast. We've got Smoke and Dram Society. We've got the Cigar Clowns. We've got Pop and Smoke
Yep.
Squad, and we've got, what is that?
Which one is that?
The Operation
I can't see.
Cigars for Warriors.
Yes,
This
we are
is
gonna be doing a cigar. What would you call it, Christian?
um donation. We're going to be doing a cigar um drop off
Fundraiser ish.
fundraiser. Yeah.
We're gonna try to. Our podcast is gonna try to raise what my personal goal is I want to get 1,000 cigars to donate to Cigars for Warriors. So Cigars for Warriors sends cigars to active military, Air Force, Marines, Navy, Army people abroad, overseas serving. They send cigars to them because they can't really get to a brick and mortar. So we will be doing a cigar collection, cigar donation to them. So cigar fundraiser type thing.
Yeah.
So I'm
We're
pretty
going to
excited about that.
we'd like to donate to that, but then there's also the Cigar Warriors. They don't distribute to active deploy.
Mm,
They only distribute to deployed soldiers out of the United States. We have
yes.
soldiers inside the United States that are deployed down on the
Yes.
border and other places. So I'd also like to pull some cigars together to send to them. We have some followers that have children or relatives or spouses that are deployed in the military but are located or deployed domestically.
Yes.
So if we can pull some cigars for them and make those donations, send them out to them, I'd love to do that too. And someone that's if you have somebody that's out there that's deployed domestically and want to send some cigars or want us
Hit
to
us up.
hit us up, let's talk. Um, you know, uh, Cigar Wayne, I'd love to be a part of the North Carolina and South Carolina ashholes. Let's get a badge. Send me a patch.
I am an honorary member of the Ashhole, Ohio. I have to give a shout out to my boys out there.
Yep.
So, yep, yep, yep.
And they're also, let's give a shout out to them. They are doing a raffle.
Yes.
One of their members has been diagnosed with cancer as well as lost her job all in the same day, same week.
It was
Um,
2 weeks after she was a contractor for a military company or a government company for national defense and lost her job. 2 weeks later, found out she was diagnosed with cancer. Active member um, of the Ashhole Cigars, Ohio. And you guys want to buy a raffle ticket, Wolfie, WOLFIE underscore 1911 on Instagram is the one you need to hit up for that. Raffle tickets are $5 each. And all of the proceeds, they're raffling off cigars, bourbon, glasses, ashtrays, a bunch of really cool shit. And all of the proceeds go to this lady and her husband to help pay their cancer bills, their doctor bills. So great, great cause, great people. Please reach out to him, hit him up. If you're not friends with him, he's friends with me. So if you reach out to me or Christian, we can put you in touch with
put you in
them.
touch with them. Yeah.
So yeah,
I've
we,
already bought my raffle tickets. I
I've I bought my raffle tickets too. So I did get those.
so
So yeah, I do have a 3,000 follower giveaway coming up sometime soon. My next shameless plug on Instagram. I am waiting on a couple more packages to come in. Another one just hit today. I'm actually waiting on one more package that's coming from around Panama City, Florida, that the guy is taking forever and a fucking day to get it to me. So it's icy something. I can't remember his name, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Some
once
it's icy
some
and he's gonna send some sticks.
icy baby is sending some sticks. So yeah, he will. We will definitely have that up as soon as his package gets here. I'll put that up. It's going to be another bomb ass giveaway from Hard Ash Cigar Society and a bunch of other clubs. So make sure you watch the page for that. So that's about it. My cigar's done, dude.
Mine too. Mine went out before we even did shameless plugs.
Okay. Well, cool. All
Yeah.
right, guys. So sorry it was so chaotic. The shit show has happened today. What Christian said? You said the clusterfuck. That's the name of this show. What was it?
Yeah. The shit show.
Yeah. So that one's over. We will do a better job of having a little structure and a little bit better stuff. But if you're looking for professional cigar reviews, go fucking somewhere else. Go check out, you know, Cigar Nations Daily or something like that.
Yeah.
They
We're
do
not
really
them.
professional reviews. We're not them.
Yeah.
So that's what you're gonna get with us. Just an honest review. If it's a good cigar, if it's not a good cigar, listen to a lot of shit and crazy stories. So that's about all I got.
Yeah.
I'm
That's pretty
freezing.
much it. Just keep us go out and like the Super Stogie Brothers on Instagram. Um, share it with your friends. Get our followers up. The more followers we get, we'll do $1,000, $1,500 giveaway. We'll do a 2,000 giveaway. Let's get our numbers up, and then I'll do a 3,000 giveaway when that comes around. I'm still pretty far from that. I'm like at 2,300, but
Yeah.
I'm not hard ash.
Right. Yeah. So
but
all
yeah,
right,
go out
guys.
and follow us, El Leon Cigar, uh, Hard Ash at
Cigar
Society
Society.
Cigar Society on Instagram, and Super Stogie Brothers.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, guys. This is Super Stogie Brothers. I'm Christian,
I'm Nick. We'll
and we're
see you
out of
next
here.
time.